Hi everybody, welcome to winter. Winter is coming. Actually, winter's here. Okay, so Shiny, you have voice. Well, I can see lots of white dots, which is great. I'm really happy. White dot, white dot, white dot, white dot. Excellent. Well, hi Traum.
Sorry, I just was thinking how I call those shoes you are wearing. Ranking shoes? Ranking? Strange, sorry.
That's a very strange thing. Okay, well, that's one of the reasons why we're here. Let me just adjust your sound, Traum, because it's quite loud. I don't know why. I've noticed that between sims, sometimes the sounds change. So, unfortunately, Aladdin has crashed, or he ran away when he saw I'd got the snowball in my hand. Maybe he thought I was going to attack him again. I killed him earlier, by the way. In the session this morning, I killed Aladdin. Shiny was... but he killed me too, didn't he, Shiny? Okay, so Frosty the Snowman is talking to us. It's always annoying when he does that, but bless him. He can't help himself. He always has to butt in on conversations. Oscar, welcome to winter. And I hope you don't feel too cold in your t-shirt, but the sun's shining, so it shouldn't be too bad. Now, Oscar, you need to hopefully be able to use your mic for these sessions. The microphone's really a useful thing to have. Okay. You have voice morphing off. Good. You shouldn't need voice morphing. It's just voice. You should only need voice. Okay. Now to speak, you just click on the speak button or the microphone. Sometimes you have to hold it down or have it ticked to lock it when
Hello?
Hello!
Hello, yeah.
Hi, there you are. Good, good, good. I knew we'd get there. Good, good, good. Well done.
You told me the point. I must hold it down.
Yeah, or you might see in your button there might be a little square box in the top right corner, and if you click on that, you can then click it on and click it off. It depends which viewer you're using.
Okay, I see. It's a toggle switch. Yes.
Yeah, little toggle box, little tick box. And then if you have that ticked, you can use it as a toggle switch. Otherwise, you have to keep holding it down all the time, which can be useful, but can be also annoying. Okay,
Thank you very much for your help.
You're welcome. That's what we're here for. It's nice that it worked, because sometimes I tell people what to do and it doesn't work anyway. But that's life. That's virtual worlds for you. Okay.
I'm learning a lot with you.
Good. I'm glad to hear it. We'll learn from each other as we go along, I'm sure.
I mean, in addition to English, I mean technologies.
Yeah, well, it all goes together. When you're learning English, you can learn all sorts of things, including virtual worlds.
Okay, very good. Excellent.
Okay, now some of you may know that whilst I was on holiday, we did some vocabulary challenges in the forum. You might not have taken part, it doesn't matter, but what we're going to do today is take a look at the vocabulary that we covered in, I think it was challenge 43 and 44. So I'll give you the link, and it was in the Join Us group, which you can just join. If you're not a member already, you can just join. And it was vocabulary challenge 42 to 45. Here today, we're going to look at challenges 43 and 44. We looked at challenge 45 on Monday, and so I thought trying to do 3 challenges in one session impossible. So we'll look at the vocabulary 43 and 44. And Hermina, you've already asked what I'm wearing on my feet. Now that was part of challenge 45. Okay. Can anybody remember, or is anybody able to tell Traum what I've got on my feet? Not skating shoes, although it's a good guess. We often do form and function, like sleeping bag. And I think it was number 7 in the list. So if you go to the challenge, I could just tell you, but it's much better for your memory if you find it yourself again. Yay, well done, April. Yes, ice skates. Ice as in ice, ice baby. So ice skates. They're for skating, ice skating. And you can see they're figure skates, actually. And they're what figure skaters wear to go ice skating. You can get different kinds of ice skates, of course. You can get speed skates, you can get figure skating ice skates, ice hockey ice skates, depending again on the function that you want from them. But the ones I'm wearing at the moment are figure skating ice skates. You forgot to put your answer on the forum. Yes, I remember. You sent me a message. I'm sorry. By the way, there's no need to apologise if you miss a session or if you forget to do something. It's, it's not a school. You're not handing in homework. It's fine. Now, a couple of people wrote different things, but it's basically what I've got on my feet is a pair of ice skates. Okay. Now, the ice skates themselves have different parts to them. They're not just, shoes have different parts to them, but ice skates have particularly different parts. And we covered 2 of them, well, actually 3 of them, 4 of them, in fact, in the terminology. Okay, so let's have a look. Here we have, let me go into nearby chat. Okay, so I'm wearing ice skates. That was number 1. And the ice skates have like a heel on them. They could also be called the boot part, which is where your foot goes into it. And then you've got the laces. And if you notice on my ice skates, the ice skates are white and the laces are black. Okay. Then you have a toe pick. If you look at the front of the ice skates I'm wearing, there's a toe pick which helps you dig into the ice and stop yourself very quickly. And the blade is what you actually skate on. So when you skate, you don't walk, you glide, you skate along. Okay, you can walk. Oh, sorry, tough guy. You can walk with ice skates on, but you look funny, and it's very precarious. How to zoom them. We're going to do a session on how to use your camera. Now, let's see. I am streaming this. And I did say in today's session we could try in these sessions to see if you can see the stream, so I can actually show you when you have a question. Now, I don't know if this is going to work. It might go terribly wrong. So if you go to the YouTube channel for Learn English Network and you go to streaming. It should be streaming now, but I don't know if this is going to work really. So live streaming. It is live and it is streaming now. How can you get there? Stream options. Now, are you subscribed to the YouTube channel, Marco? Traum, take the mic. Oh no, Marco's crashed. I knew this was going to be a bad idea. No, he's coming back. Okay.
I am assume that the number 2 to 7 is does explain the complete ice skates. And I just want to know,
Yes.
what does the number 3 mean? Boot. Isn't it all in all boots?
Yeah,
Or
it's the
what
boot of the
is it?
ice skate. Yeah, it's the thing you put your foot into.
Okay, the white, in
Yeah,
your
the
case, the
basically
white.
the part that you put your foot into, the boot. Because sometimes when
Okay.
you've got ice skates, I mean they're quite expensive, and you might want to have part of them repaired. So you need to explain to the at the normally you'd actually go to one of the ice skating rinks in the UK and you'd take your ice skates with you, and they have repair shops there. It's really expensive again, but then you'd have to say, oh, the boot has split, okay, or I need new laces, or the blade's fallen off, or I want the toe pick grinding down. That's what I did with my ice skates when I used to ice skate at school. I didn't like the toe pick, it tripped me up all the time, so I had it ground down, and they take it off basically with like a piece of metal work and then you can go faster.
I think this part of the shoe is to get you stop, to get your
It's the brakes
the
basically.
movement stop.
Yeah, it's like an emergency brake. Okay, so let's see. Marco, you're back. Okay, the YouTube channel. If you go to YouTube, and let me go to my channel. I'm going to see if I can find you a link. Oh boy, this is always a bit.
Aline, should we use the nearby chat or Learn members chat? Because I have both now. You have
Oh, sorry, I'm
something
using nearby chat. I'm trying to use nearby chat. Yeah, I only used Learn members just to make sure you were all able to get in world. Yeah, I'm trying to find the YouTube channel name. Okay. So it says custom URL. Oh, here you go. It's easy. It's easy. Okay, now as subscribers, you should be able to now go to YouTube, go to live streaming, and you'll see yourselves in YouTube. And it can get a bit disconcerting. Don't try to click in the YouTube video like I do. Okay. Now I'm hoping to be able to use this to help you with things like putting shoes on, taking shoes off, and also just to be able to show you some of the different parts of the boot, for example, because I'll be able to show you by zooming in on the boot. Now, Marco, you asked how to zoom in, okay? And my favorite way of zooming in is to use partly keyboard and partly the mouse, okay? So on the keyboard, I click on Control and Alt, and then I basically zoom in on anything, and but you can get a little bit lost, okay, because you can go anywhere. You can rotate, you can zoom in and out, you can go down and up, and you can lose yourself. If you lose yourself, just click escape. It will bring you back to your avatar, okay? Okay. Well, I'm hoping I've got my knickers on today. Wearing this little short skirt. Yeah, you can do it with the Alt button, but you can only zoom in and out and round. What you can't do with the Alt button is rotate upwards. And if you do Control Alt, then you can rotate above as well. So you can get a bird's eye view of everything. Okay. When you do Alt and your left mouse button, you'll see the you'll see your mouse pointer changes to like a little plus, and that means zoom in, zoom out. Okay, and you can also rotate round horizontally. But if you do Control Alt, you'll see it moves into sort of like a white square with an arrow on it, like a rotating arrow, and that means you can do what you can do with the Alt button, but also you can rotate over, under. Okay. Yep, I'm wearing my knickers. Excellent. Glad to know. Glad to see it. You're not the only one in short sleeves. That's very true. Traum is a roughy, tufty person. So is Shiny. They're used to cold weather. And as I said, ice skaters, when you watch the Olympics, they wear this kind of shorty short costume, especially the ladies. So I reckon, you know, the sun's shining. It must be a nice, warm winter's day. Okay, I'm really making myself feel dizzy because I've got the live stream on. Marco, were you able to zoom in and out and rotate using your...
It's a little bit difficult because I have to maybe to try to find my mouse as a separate device because I'm using a laptop.
Are you using the little board, the little finger what do you call that bit on the laptop? I've forgotten what it's called now. Yeah, but you just that might be more difficult. Yes, I would recommend having a mouse in virtual worlds. I really would. It makes life a lot easier.
I will try for the next time to find mouse.
Okay,
it's somewhere here, but as you asked, where? Somewhere.
Somewhere. Yes.
I don't know.
Okay, so the boots, as I say. Oh yes,
Can
April.
I ask something?
Of course.
How can you talk about live streaming that we can see this live streaming, but I can't see anything.
Oh.
On YouTube with the link that you gave us.
Yeah.
I clicked there, and I only got the upload from the 11th, and not this live.
Okay.
I don't know the others. Anybody can follow the live streaming from this session?
Have you logged in, April?
Sorry?
Have you logged in on your Google account?
I logged in.
Okay.
And okay, try this link, April. This is kind of interesting. I've not actually done this before. Tried to get you to watch the live stream and be in world, and I would only recommend you do it if you've got a really good connection. Otherwise you might be crashing all over the place. Tough guy, take the mic.
Yeah, hi Lynn. Something off topic.
No problem.
Hello. Okay. Yes, actually I would like to know who is Frosty. I mean, I just do not know this guy.
No, you don't. He's not a guy. Okay, if you watch this morning's session on replay, if you registered for it, you should be able to watch it on replay on Webinar Jam. I explained about Frosty. Frosty isn't real. Frosty is a bot. He's programmed, he's clever, but he's not a person. He's just a computer program, a little bit like artificial intelligence, very artificial, not that much intelligence when it comes to Frosty, but the last link is the good one. Okay, April, can you see yourself now? Don't make yourself dizzy, by the way.
Yeah, and it is a little bit like I think.
Hang on, I'm going to zoom in on you. Streaming. There you go. Okay, yes, you were saying it's a little bit like...
Yeah, but, now in the... now I understand, because I think, Lynn said that you have zoomed me in, but I don't see me in Kitely, in my screen Kitely, but it is my Kitely screen and not yours.
Exactly. What you're doing is
confusing.
I did warn you. It can be very disorienting.
Yeah.
Okay, Traum, yes, you won't be able to see, the camera will be positioned differently because I wasn't looking at you. I'm going to look at you now, Traum. Okay, there you are. Now remember, there's always a little delay between what happens in Worlds and what happens on the screen. There's about a 5 to 15 second lag between what I see and what shows up in the live stream. Can you see yourself now, Traum?
Yes, very big. I
Yes.
can see it. Very big. I don't be so big.
Okay. So,
Thank you, Lynn.
but I think in the future we'll be using this way of doing it so that, again, I can show you a close-up of what you need to do, because I can share my menu with you, and I can show you which buttons I'm pressing. But remember, I use the Alchemy viewer, and if you use a different viewer, the buttons, the menus will be in different places, but the functionality is the same, okay? But what you're looking at from the live stream is my camera position. So let me move and you'll see what I mean. Okay, I'll start moving away, and there you go. You're looking at my point of view, not your own. If you want to look at your own point of view, you'll have to get your own live stream channel. But you can. I'm doing this. You can do it too. Get yourself a YouTube channel, activate it. You have to get an AdSense account to activate it nowadays. Didn't used to be like that, but they've done that. That's Google. And once you've got it, you can stream your computer screen, and you can stream it to YouTube, and it records and it saves as a YouTube video. Okay. Thanks, Oscar. Okay. Oh, Oscar's crashed.
Screen sharing, Lynn.
It is a little bit like screen sharing, but it's actually in a way better because it's much smoother. I mean, this is using Google technology, and I don't know if you've tried to screen share. Well, we have actually, April, in a previous session. I tried to screen share in Join Me, remember, whilst I was in, and it was so jerky and it was impossible to follow. So this YouTube streaming is much smoother, and much less likely to make you feel sick. Okay, so the ice skating. Let's get back to the vocabulary, which is what we're here for. Okay.
Lynn, one question.
Yeah, sure.
YouTube. Is it possible that all the rest of the world can see our doing here?
If they've got that link, yes.
Okay, and you do this on purpose?
Yes.
What sense gives it to you that you put it on YouTube?
Okay, it's a way of
YouTube.
allowing me to show you what to do. Okay, if you know, when we're telling people how to do this, how to use the menu, how to change clothes, how to change hairstyle, how to teleport, it's very difficult to show them. But using this, I'll be able to just send them to the stream, and they'll be able to see what I'm doing and follow my my actions. The other benefit of it is it shows people what we do here, and that there's nothing to be scared of. Now, on the Thursday, so for example, last night's session, Thursday night sessions, I won't be streaming. Okay, I did say this last night. I won't stream Thursday night sessions, so we'll have one session a week. We can say whatever we want. But in the sessions where there's a topic and a structure, I will be live streaming. Okay? I feel like I should be sending Shiny a nice little mink coat now, just to keep her. No, I don't believe in fur. I don't use fur myself. But you need to dress. I did say dress warmly in the forum. Okay. Any other questions?
Okay, thanks.
No, it's not something I've done before, I'll be honest. Dave, could you kill the music, please? David? Dave? Could you? I don't know. Ah, that's very gentlemanly of you, tough guy. Yeah, be careful changing avatars with Shiny. She's a cloud at the moment. So to herself, I mean, I can see you all, but to herself, she's showing as a cloud. And that generally means she's got a bit of a problem changing anything. So I think she'll just have to, I'm not too cold, Shiny, so I think you should be okay too. Oscar, take the mic. Don't forget to click on speak. No, okay. I can't hear you at the moment, Oscar. So 222 means we can't hear you. Okay, now when you're skating, quite often you've got quite a lot of equipment to carry. So one of the items in the list was skating bag, a skate bag. And the skate bag is just a bag to put all your skate stuff in it. It's like when you go to the gym, you might have a gym bag. Oh, yeah, Traum?
No, I didn't say anything.
Yeah, you've got your mic open. We've got feedback coming through.
Oh, yeah.
That's okay. And for the skates, for the ice skates themselves, if you remember the picture, I can't share the picture with you, I'm afraid, because it is copyright, but there are blade covers, like plastic covers, because these ice skate blades are very sharp. And you can, and people do, cut yourself on them. So when they go into your bag, or they might cut a hole in your bag. So when they go into your bag, you put the ice blade covers on. Quite often people will wear gloves when they're out in the snow. I've got a snowball in my hand. My fingers are freezing because I haven't got my gloves on. And the skating dress, the tights, yeah, again, usually for girls. Girl ice skaters wear skating dresses and tights. The guys tend to wear tight leotards, lycra, etc. And there are different types of ice skating. So the one in the list was pair skating. And pair skating is usually a man and a woman ice dancing. Okay. Can you think of any other types of ice skating? Hokey. Hokey would be like, oh, the hokey cokey. Do you mean hockey?
Ice hockey, yeah.
Ice hockey, that's with the CK.
NFL.
Yeah, that's right. In Nottingham, as you know, I grew up in Nottingham, and there's a very famous ice hockey team there called the Panthers, Nottingham Panthers, and there's an ice skating stadium as well. That's where I learnt to ice skate. And a friend of mine, the whole family, in the same way that football fans are mad about football, they're mad about the Panthers. They follow them all over the place whenever they're playing. But yes, ice hockey. And it's not called hockey. It's actually called, again, form and function. Ice hockey. Holiday on Ice, April. Yes. Oh, my goodness. Every year. Have you ever seen it live, April?
Yes, but it is a long time ago, Lynn.
Can you remember what was the theme?
I think it was about Disney.
Oh, of course.
It was about Disney. Yeah, of course. It's nice. It is nice, yeah.
Yeah, it's a real spectacle, isn't it? And sometimes they have very famous ice skaters, professional ice skaters turn up, like Torval. I mean, the two famous ice skaters in the UK still today are Torval and Dean. Yeah. I think I've correctly spelt, Christopher Dean and Jane Torval. And they were pair skaters, and they did that fantastic routine bolero to the music bolero. It was wonderful. I can still remember that. NHL, no, not NFL, no, not yes, National Hockey League, not NFL, no.
Yeah, I immediately recognized that I made mistake.
Okay, good. So, any questions?
Lynn, in German, the word Eiskunstlauf, how is it called in English? Eiskunstlauf.
That would be ice dancing, I think. Because it's sort of the artistic side of ice skating, yes? So figure skating, sorry, I'm wrong, it's figure skating. Okay, so for example, this kind of skating.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. So you can have figure skating, just ladies figure skating, men's figure skating, and pair figure skating or ice dancing. Okay. Shiny, take the mic.
Are you a fan of it? I mean, do you like to watch figure skating?
I wouldn't call myself a fan. Okay. I would say I enjoy it, but I wouldn't follow it. My friends are fans of ice hockey. That means they follow it. If it's on, I'll watch it. If it's the finals, it's a bit like football. I'll watch the finals, but I'm not like April and her tennis. I don't stay up till 3 o'clock in the morning to watch it, I'll be honest. Okay, there are a couple of other types of ice skating. One of them is speed skating. Have you ever heard of speed skating? Yeah, it's okay. Yes, that's the one, Traum. In speed skating, now in the list of the challenge, there was something called knee pads. Now you'll notice I haven't got any knee pads on. As a figure skater, you wouldn't wear them because they look kind of ugly, and the whole idea of figure skating is to be it's like ballet on ice in a way. But the speed skaters, they wear protective equipment. They wear elbow pads, knee pads, shin pads, helmets, because the idea of speed skating is to go as quickly as possible. And they go extremely fast. It's quite something to watch. And if you crash, it hurts. Yeah, absolutely, Traum. Their legs are amazing. Oscar, take the mic.
Okay, I hope you can hear me now. Can you?
Yes, I can hear you. 111 means I can hear you.
Okay, before I try to change from my headset micro to the desktop micro, and it didn't work.
No, it's very strange. I always recommend people use a headset to use these sessions.
Anyway, I wanted to ask you, as I'm new here, I suppose we can change our clothes, but I wanted to ask you about the appearance, the hair, the bird, for example, and so on. Can we change it?
You can change everything, but you need something to change into, and that's where the freebies places in. If you look again at the forum, you will see there's a list of freebie places where you can pick up literally free items. Okay, so go to the groups in the forum, Virtual Worlders, and there's a list, and you're welcome to add to the list too for freebies in Second Life and OpenSim. Okay. One of the main freebie places in OpenSim at the moment in Kitely, I think is called Cookies. But I'm going to be putting, oh yeah, Cookie 2 it's called. So the thing to do is to get yourself over to another sim. Sometimes you'll find freebies in the network as well, and I'll leave stuff lying around for you. But it's good to go shopping.
Thank you.
It's like anything, you might not like what I put out. April's very good at shopping. She picked up some lovely boots recently. So yes, and what you can do is you can also make your own clothing. Once you've been in world long enough, you can adjust your clothing, you can change the textures, you can even create your own skins. Everything you see has been created by somebody, and you can create it yourself as well. So you can pick up free hair, free clothing, free skins. It sounds a bit weird, but it's just painting onto the avatar basically. Okay,
Thank you. I'll check it.
yeah, and we can do a whole session if you like on changing appearance at some point. Okay, it's all in your menus. Your appearance button to change your avatar looks like a little t-shirt, and you click on it and you've got all the different outfits. I would suggest you save outfits so that you can easily change, and at the moment I'm wearing my Whitey Winter, your teacher Winter. I've got a Halloween one, I've got a lot of the ones from the dramas. So I've even got Brian Blessed. You'll only understand why I've got Brian Blessed in my appearances if you've come to the drama sessions. Yeah, this is the problem I think you've got, isn't it, Shiny? You've got lots of stuff and you can't even use it because you can't see yourself. We'll see if Aladdin can sort you out at some point again. You'll have to ask him nicely. It's growing dark, yes. Now, you also have control over the sun here. So just go to World in your menus, Sun, and click on Midday. And suddenly, gosh, it's a bit bright when in the snowy environment, but suddenly it's bright daylight. Okay, so follow me, guys. And I'll take you down to where you can get some ice skates, okay? Don't worry if you get lost, I'll TP you down, okay? Unfortunately, the chairlift doesn't work, but we'll go down to the ice pond. Now, I'm not going to call it an ice rink because to me it's just a frozen pond. And an ice rink is something a little bit more formal, a little bit more man-made, built by human hands. Okay.
It's more official.
Yes, this is more, hey, look, the pond's frozen, let's go ice skating. Well done. Okay, so over here by the hut, you can pick up some ice skates. Okay. Traditionally, women wear white, men wear black, but you can get all sorts of different colours. If you wanted to change the colour of your skates, you can do. You'd have to just edit them. You can change the colour, pink, green, blue, whatever you particularly prefer. Okay. Now, to buy something, everything that I put out is free. So you just put your mouse over the item, and if you see an $L sign, that's for Linden dollars, click on it, and it will ask you if you want to take it. Okay, it says buy for KC0 from your teacher, and then you just click buy. Now don't click wear clothing now, because you'll notice there are all these different colours, and you'll notice that it says R and L, L and R. So you've got red, white, blue, and black ones. So you can wear a red one on your right foot and a black one on your left foot if you want to. Okay, there's also a note card. It's called Skate Information. Once you've accepted the items, they'll go into your inventory, and the instructions on how to use these ice skates are in the note card. Quite often, if there are instructions, that'll be in a note card, and you just open the note card from your inventory. And if you lose it in your inventory, just search for skate. Okay.
Lynn, I bought it, but there is no new note cards in my inventory. I have the last one is a complicated coffee order. I have no new.
Okay, it
note
will
cards.
be in a folder called free skates or free ice skates. It won't go into your note card folder. It will go into the folder with the free skates. Okay. So if you search for skate, Marco, in your inventory,
have I got, Lynn? I can't see. I don't know when I bought this ice skates men's black. Probably now, but can you see?
I've just sent you the note card. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
That's probably easier. Yeah, there are different colours, Traum, absolutely. April has got her blue ones on. Traum's wearing blue and black, very nice. Oh, April, don't forget, you've got the alpha layer for your boots on, so you look very funny at the moment. You need to wear the ice skate alpha layer. Aye, that's it. Excellent, well done. That's how you lost your hands shiny, by the way. On your hands, you've got an alpha layer on. Okay, so the other thing to do with these ice skates is the animation overrider. If you notice, you're walking, yeah? You're just walking. So you also need to wear the animation overrider, which is skate AO, I think. Let me just check. Yes, well done, Traum. She's got it. Excellent. Now, AO just stands for Animation Overrider. All it does is it takes the your normal walking animation and it overrides it with a skating animation. And the AO allows you to have more than one animation available, so that you can also do things like this. This is just using page down on my keyboard. And you can also do fancy movements like flips. Oh, that didn't work. Yay! Lovely, Traum. Well done. So you're ice skating. You're skating. Now, if I said to you guys, you're skating on thin ice, what do you think I would mean? You're skating on thin ice. Any ideas?
Take a risk.
Yes, you're taking a risk. Now, that doesn't have to be in winter. It has nothing to do with ice particularly. It just means, oh, you're doing something dangerous. Well done, April. How are the guys doing? Let's see. Tough guy, I think you've got your ice skates on. Oh, no. Yes. No, you've got your trainers on. Yes, no, you've got ice skates on. I can't tell.
Yeah, I just don't know why my avatar is not putting these shoes on.
They're on.
I tried several times, but it's not working. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
you've got them on. You've got them on. I can see the blades. They're just embedded in the ground. There you go. Okay, what you haven't got on is the animation. Okay, so you need to wear the AO too. So somewhere in your inventory now, you should have the animation overrider. It will be called AO skate or something like that. I'm just trying to figure out what it might. I've got too many things in my inventory, I'm afraid. A lot of ice skating AO wear me, it should say. And once that's on and switched on, green, as in my bottom right of my screen, that is the animation overrider with the skate menu. Okay, it's got walks, it's got skate. Okay, and I switch it off and I'm walking again. Okay, Oscar, take the mic.
Okay, I'm afraid I've got a problem, because when I hover the mouse over the ice skates, I see the dollar sign. I click there and I see kind of a leisure between me and the ice skates, but I cannot put them on.
Okay, no, once you've bought them, they go into your inventory. Okay, now your inventory is held in a behind a button called that looks like a little suitcase. Okay, it might be somewhere on your screen, or it might be
Yeah, I can see it.
okay,
I have it open.
good. And at the top of your inventory, you've got like a little box, and you can type in that box. So type skate.
Yes.
If you type SKATE,
Yes, yes.
then you should see the skates you just bought. Male ice skate black right, male ice skate black left, or in brackets R and L. Then you double click on them to wear them, or you can right click and click on wear.
The title of this pop-up window is Appearance. I think that's not right.
No, inventory you want. The appearance is like a t-shirt, okay, and the inventory is like a suitcase, the button. If you can see the...
Oh. No, but when I click on the t-shirt, this window Appearance pops up.
Yep, so don't click on the t-shirt, click on the suitcase.
No. Ah, okay, yeah.
Yeah? Okay.
Inventory, yes.
That's the one.
Right.
Yeah. And at the top, and it's similar in appearance,
Yes.
but for appearance it's things you've already
I
worn.
You've
You've probably bought about
loads.
1,000 pairs of skates now.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it. You can just delete them because you can always get another pair.
Okay, just click on one and that's it.
Yeah, so two ways to wear something. You can right click and choose wear, or you can double click.
Why almost everything female ice skate?
You've probably been clicking on the white ones by you, but if you look behind me, there are black ones, which are the male ice skates. Okay?
Yeah, I see. I see.
It's only size. Male avatars in virtual worlds tend to be bigger than female avatars. Okay? Any other questions? You don't have those mentioned imagination in my inventory. I'm not sure what you mean, Traum.
I was searching for different movements, so as
if you have a look at the skate information, okay, it will show you what to do. You basically use Control R to go faster, okay, and you can use the arrow keys and the page down and the page up, okay, on your keyboard. So when I click on page down, I spin, okay, and when I usually double click on page up, I flip. Okay.
And where do you read it from? Where do you read them all from?
There's a note card that should have come when you bought the ice skates called Skate Information. Okay, and they give you
Is that now in the inventory?
That should be in your inventory, yes.
Skate Information.
That's it.
Okay, got it. Thank you.
Quite often, more complicated items that you might buy or get free have instructions, and the instructions usually come on a note card. So when you buy something, It might be instructions on how to resize it, how to attach it. I mean, to be honest, you could attach a pair of these ice skates on the end of your nose if you wanted. Hey, Marco, nice moves.
But as I said, if I try to show you all of my skating skills, I would crash.
Yes, I know. It's we're not even going to get onto the snowball fight today. Okay, so now if you've not been able to follow everything, this video will be available on the YouTube channel, so you can have a look. You'll see my inventory, you'll see the instructions, so you can come here and practice anytime. And if you're worried about falling over, doesn't matter, because nobody will see. And you can you don't have to be on ice to use these ice skates. Okay, you can practice anywhere. Because I said you can come back here anytime. You won't be able to, of course, because it won't be open. But the Learn English Network Academy will be open, and so you can practice there anytime. Okay, how to turn an AO on and off. So just to finish, I will show you where the AO is. Again, inventory, which is the suitcase. Look for skating, not for skate, but skating, and you'll find ice skating AO wear me. Okay, and if I just detach it for now. Okay, so when you find it, ice skating AO wear me, oh, that's interesting, then it will come on. I've lost my hair.
Oh.
My hair's gone. Hang on, let me find my... I'll show you how to fix that very easily. Hang on. Hair, where's my hair
also
gone? Thank you.
Ice skates.
Okay, so
it's
strange.
It's
probably coming back slowly. But you can see now what can happen in when you change things in your appearance. It can go all terribly wrong. Just don't panic. It's only pixels. So once you're wearing the animation overrider, it will turn up in the bottom right, and then you can turn it on and off very easily just by clicking on the ice skate. And you can go to the menu to see what settings there are. It's a very simple skating AO. Okay, so it's just basically skate and a couple of little clever things to allow you to do some. And as I say, Control R to go a bit faster. Just start skating a bit quicker, but it's not exactly speed skating, is it?
Page up is so mighty. Oh.
Wow, look at that. Whoop. I'm not throwing snowballs at you yet. Next week maybe. But I think the ice skating was enough. But yes, I can throw snowballs if I wish to on this sim. Okay, but I wouldn't be so mean as to throw snowballs when you can't throw them back at me yet. Again, when Aladdin has created the video, you can watch me kill him. I killed him with snowballs. I'm so mean. Sorry, Shiny. You saw it. You were a witness. Okay, so on that we will leave. Next week we'll look at skiing and the vocabulary for skiing, and also the vocabulary for the winter clothing as well. I couldn't do the vocabulary for the winter clothing dressed like this because really, yeah, not appropriately dressed for the weather really. Nice moves, Marco. Okay, but yes, next week, if we have time, we'll try and do some snowball fighting. It won't work for people who have slower machines. Okay, so only those who've got faster machines. So, Oscar, as you asked, yes, I can throw snowballs. There you go, gotcha. Okay. Yeah, you'll be able to, as I say, go to go to the free malls, and
It's not fair.
I know.
I don't know how to do it.
You can't yet. Next week, I'll show you how, and you can get your revenge. Okay.
Looking forward.
Good. So am I. It normally, by the way, when we have snowball fights, it descends into complete and utter chaos. I have to warn you, but it is fun.
Yeah, it is.
And where else could you have a snowball fight and without any tears? So thanks for joining me, and I hope you've learnt something and enjoyed yourselves. Next week, skiing and throwing snowballs, a bit more winter fun. But we'll be in TGIF in 20 minutes or so, and that's just going to be chit chat, so bring any questions. I hope you enjoyed the streaming as well. I hope it helps. We'll see. This is all a bit experimental. I've never done this. We've done a lot of sessions in different worlds, and I've only just started streaming at the end of last year. So it's all pretty new. We'll see how it goes. Okay, but it's. I think it'll be fun. At least we'll be able to remember what we did last week, anyway. You're welcome,
Thank you so
Shiny.
much. Great stuff.
I'm glad you enjoyed it, Oscar, and well done. You got your mic working, you changed your shoes, your hair and your clothing will be next, I'm sure. It's very simple. My only recommendation is when you have, and I'll just show you very quickly before I go, when you have created an outfit that you are happy with, you like the hair, you like the trousers, you like the shoes, save it. Okay, there's a little save button at the bottom of your appearance menu, and you can give it different names. You can save it, and you can save as, just like a folder, just like a file on your computer system, and that saves into your inventory, so you can easily change between outfits. Or as I had to do earlier, I lost my hair, I just went back and I got it back. Okay. All right, so I'll leave you to it. I mean, just because I'm going doesn't mean you have to go, of course. And if you can figure out how to use the snowballs, you can have a snowball fight without me. April might remember, but I'll have to go because I'm doing TGIF in a bit. All right, take care, everybody. Bye.
Bye-bye. Thank you.
That you want from them, but the ones I'm wearing at the moment are figure skating ice skates. You forgot to put your answer on the forum. Yes, I remember. You sent me a message. I'm sorry. By the way, there's no need to apologize if you miss a session or if you forget to do something. It's it's not a school. You're not handing in homework. It's fine. Now, a couple of people wrote different things, but it's basically what I've got on my feet is a pair of ice skates. Okay. Now the ice skates themselves have different parts to them. They're not just, shoes have different parts to them, but ice skates have particularly different parts. And we covered 2 of them. Well, actually 3 of them. 4 of them, in fact, in the terminology. Okay, so let's have a look. Here we have, let me go into nearby chat. Okay, so I'm wearing ice skates. That was number 1. And the ice skates have like a heel on them. They could also be called the boot part, which is where your foot goes into it. And then you've got the laces, and if you notice on my ice skates, the ice skates are white and the laces are. Welcome to winter, and I hope you don't feel too cold in your t-shirt, but the sun's shining, so it shouldn't be too bad. Now, Oscar, you need to hopefully be able to use your mic for these sessions. The microphone's really a useful thing to have. Okay. You have voice morphing off. Good. You shouldn't need voice morphing. It's just voice. You should only need voice. Okay. Now to speak, you just click on the speak button or the microphone. Sometimes you have to hold it down or have it ticked to lock it when
Hello?
Hello.
Hello, yeah.
Hi, there you are. Good, good, good. I knew we'd get there. Good, good, good. Well done.
You told me the point. I must hold it down.
Or you might see in your button there might be a little square box in the top right corner, and if you click on that, you can then click it on and click it off. It depends which viewer you're using.
Okay, I see. It's a toggle switch. Yes.
Yeah, little toggle box, little tick box. And then if you have that ticked, you can use it as a toggle switch. Otherwise, you have to keep holding it down all the time, which can be useful, but can be also annoying. Hi, everybody. Welcome to winter. Winter is coming. Actually, winter's here. Okay, so Shiny, you have voice. Well, I can see lots of white dots, which is great. I'm really happy. White dot, white dot, white dot, white dot. Excellent. Well, hi Traum.
Sorry, Lynn. I just was thinking, how are called those shoes you are wearing? Ranking shoes? Ranking? Strange, sorry.
That's a very strange thing. Okay, well, that's one of the reasons why we're here. Let me just adjust your sound, Traum, because it's quite loud. I don't know why. I've noticed that between sims, sometimes the sounds change. So, unfortunately, Aladdin has crashed, or he ran away when he saw I'd got the snowball in my hand. Maybe he thought I was going to attack him again. I killed him earlier, by the way. In the session this morning, I killed Aladdin. Shiny was... but he killed me too, didn't he, Shiny? Okay, so Frosty the Snowman is talking to us. It's always annoying when he does that, but bless him. He can't help himself. He always has to butt in on conversations. Oscar, well, so we'll look at the vocabulary 43 and 44. And Hermina, you've already asked what I'm wearing on my feet. Now, that was part of challenge 45. Okay. Can anybody remember, or is anybody able to tell Traum what I've got on my feet? Not skating shoes, although it's a good guess. We often do form and function, like sleeping bag. And I think it was number 7 in the list. So if you go to the challenge, I could just tell you, but it's much better for your memory if you find it yourself again. Yay, well done, April. Yes, ice skates. Ice as in ice, ice baby. So ice skates, they're for skating, ice skating, and you can see they're figure skates actually, and they're what figure skaters wear to go ice skating. You can get different kinds of ice skates, of course. You can get speed skates, you can get figure skating ice skates, ice hockey ice skates, depending again on the function. Okay,
Thank you very much for your help.
You're welcome. That's what we're here for. It's nice that it worked, because sometimes I tell people what to do and it doesn't work anyway. But that's life. That's virtual worlds for you. Okay.
I'm learning a lot with you.
Good. I'm glad to hear it. We'll learn from each other as we go along, I'm sure.
I mean, in addition to English, I mean technologies.
Yeah, well, it all goes together. You don't, when you're learning English, you can learn all sorts of things, including virtual worlds.
Okay, very good. Excellent.
Okay, now some of you may know that whilst I was on holiday, we did some vocabulary challenges in the forum. You might not have taken part, it doesn't matter, but what we're going to do today is take a look at the vocabulary that we covered in, I think it was challenge 43 and 44. So I'll give you the link, and it was in the Join Us group, which you can just join. If you're not a member already, you can just join. And it was vocabulary challenge 42 to 45. Here today, we're going to look at challenges 43 and 44. We looked at challenge 45 on Monday, and so I thought trying to do 3 challenges in one session impossible.